Happy Sunday morning. I'm Ashley Moore, and welcome into the Prep Rally. This is the last Sunday of no NFL football until February. So let me give you your fix with a little high school action on a Sunday morning, both tackle and flag. And we'll begin with Dakota Rich taking on Chatfield in what was almost our 9 News game of the week. Quarterback Cash Williams making his debut for Chatfield as he pitches to Brock Narva, who will do the rest. Through traffic, out to the right, and making the touchdown run look easy. Chatty strikes first, but to Dakota Ridge, also with a new QB in Kellen Berensden, who sees nothing open, so he puts his head down to run in the keeper. But back to Chatfield now, as we may have found their dynamic duo. Cash Williams, excellent protection, and check out the airmail. Delivered to Brock Narva, who makes an outstanding catch. Just for it to become the Brock Narva show. Jumping over a defender for a touchdown as Chatfield wins 38-23. Well, let's check in on the Broomfield Eagles taking on the Golden Eagles. Frederick with the ball, and C.T. Worley comes off the edge for the sack, and it's a safety. Y'all, C.T. was the QB last season. What a play. But to some offense, Darian Jackson finds Mikael Benner in the end zone. Broomfield is looking good. Add in that Mikael Benner karate kick. All right, so headed back this way, Grisham Limley beats his man one-on-one. Watch the hands, but watch this cutback. Even better to get him to the 1-yard line. But you saw Worley on the edge. Now let's see him at running back. Out to the right, finds his lane, and easy money. Broomfield wins it 44-20. Over in Grandview, taking on Legend, and it's QB Blitz McCarty, finding wideout Kyler Vaughn in the middle of the field, and Vaughn does the rest. 63 yards to the house. The Wolves lose, though, by a touchdown. Cherry Creek was in Salt Lake City Friday, taking on the Utah State champions, Sky Ridge. Down 10, ball on the 25 and pressure ensuing, and it's out to Jeremiah Hoffman, clearing the DBs, and he makes this one look easy. 75-yard touchdown from Brady Vodka. Creek, though, with their first loss of the season. 24-14. But can I show you the catch of the game? Hoffman shows post, goes corner, but what a catch! His defender doesn't turn around, so he catches it on his shoulder pad. Talk about concentration. Then over at Green Mountain, 2 plays to show you. First is the play of the game. Green Mountain set back to return, and Dax Gomez gets a lane, heads down the sideline, and hurdles over his defender for the long touchdown run, 7-0. But that's not it. Windsor down 6 with the clock expiring on a game-winning drive. But Joaquin McWilliams gets the game-sealing INT. He had 2 interceptions as Green Mountain wins 19-13. But to more football. Flag football in its first year as a sanctioned sport. And we head to a top 5 matchup, Cherry Creek versus Ralston Valley. And it's Creek with it first as Anaya Chambers gets the snap. She's looking, then sends a beauty of a pass to Molly DeRiggi. 6-0 Bruins. Ralston Valley turn now deep near their own end zone, and Addie Beck comes up with a pick 6. Creek with a 13-0 lead. And how about another one? Cherry Creek swarming on defense when Catlin Schatz says she wants a pick 6 too. Listen, no team had scored on RV this season before this game. All right, so Creek back on offense. Chambers back to pass, looking for another score, but Ashlyn Callahan picks it off. And wait a minute, can she bring it all the way back? On the sideline, just steps out of bounds. Creek wins it 19-8. Well, in the long history of DPS schools here in the region, you don't have to go far before hearing stories of the old Montbello Warriors.
I mean, it is an opportunity to kind of jumpstart a new Montbello, start a new legacy.
For the first time in 10 years, Montbello High School students have a building to call home.
Now that it's here and we're seeing it come to fruition, this is now the crown jewel of the far northeast once again.
And with it comes the revamped Montbello Warrior football team. In its first season in nearly a decade, led by head coach Stanley Richardson.
I have big shoes to fill because you had all the greats that were here before. Maurice Freelow, Fred Harris. I can go on and on with the number of guys that came out of this program.
But they're not too far removed. Montbello and several other area schools teamed up as the Far Northeast Warriors, winning the 5A spring title in 2021.
When we won that title a couple of years ago, again, you know, we were having our own parades here in Montbello. The Friday Night Lights, we want that to be a part of the Montbello tradition, getting families out, creating that whole family vibe.
But to the current team, and the first guys to wear these uniforms in a decade.
Overall, we have a pretty solid offensive unit. Defensively, we got guys flying around trying to get to the ball. Special teams, we have some guys doing very well. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they do the first game.
Their first game was postponed due to a power outage. But give it some time, the new Montbello Warriors plan to reignite an old flame.
We really want that swagger and that respect back here in Montbello to show the rest of DPS, hey, we're going to put y'all on mark because we're back. We are back.
Well, the Honor Roll is officially back, and every Sunday we will announce the winner of the top plays. Voting ends at 8 a.m. the Saturday before, so without further ado, the first winner of the Honor Roll this high school season is Lutheran's Kylie Glenn, who stretches to make the Athletic out over the 5A state champions, the Chatfield Chargers. You know what they say, offense sells tickets, defense wins championships. Congrats on the win. But to send you out with the most impressive thing I saw this week. A pretty impressive week for Fossil Ridge's Austin Berry, who shot a 59 at Fort Collins Harmony Club, making 5 birdies and an eagle to go 29 on the front 9. He made 6 birdies on the back. His previous career low was a 64 at Collindale in the state tournament last year. But with that, Berry joins a small list of PGA professionals to ever shoot a 59. We'll have him on next week. But reminder, we can't be everywhere, so if you're ever out at a game and see something you'd like featured on the Prep Rally, just send it over. That's all, folks. I'm Ashley Moore, and we'll see you next time right here on the 9 News Prep Rally.